Hey there! Every month, Annie has a call with our Path 365 members and answers their questions. She tackles a wide range of topics from what to do with big emotions, what kinds of tips and advice she has for addressing difficult situations, how to deal with cravings, and so much more. Listen in as she does some real-life coaching for our Path members.
My spouse and I have struggled in our relationship for many years. I struggle to find out where to focus my energy. I'm trying to do work on my relationship with alcohol, but I also have my struggle with our relationship. Where do we take this between self and relationship?
That when you are thinking about taking care of yourself first, you want to do it in a way that you know that a big part of taking care of yourself first is being in peace with her. Because we know that it's painful to take care of ourselves at the exclusion of, another person. If you were going to give her the floor and just listen, and all sorts of drama could come out of her mouth. I mean, it could crush you. How do you feel about that being a possibility for you now? Like, do you feel like you could listen from a place of a non-anxious presence, listen from a place of an observer, listen from a place of peace? Because I think one of the most beautiful and powerful things that we can do, and it's so similar to what I was just talking about with the voices, is almost listen, right? And just be like, okay, like you both want the best for each other. Like there's no doubt in my mind. There's absolute certainty for me about that. Like, just like inside your heart and inside, like the voices inside, they all want the best for you. And we demonize these parts of ourselves because we believe that, no, they're just out to get me. Have you heard them? They're so mean. They're so brutal. It's just like the relationship with the people you love the most is just like another layer of that same dynamic. Like at the core of it, you both want the best possible thing for each other. And so I think giving the space to listen and say, okay, what is it that you really want? I know there's anger. I know there's pain. I know there's hurt. What is it you really want? And just being able to be like, yeah, I want that too. And just aligning on like the baseline, the principle, just finding that place where if you take away all the details, because in the details, it's like, well, you said this and she said this, and like, it's all these details, but like at the core of it, there's a place of communication where you just both want the best for each other and for yourselves. And I think that place, often it's the way out is through. And very similar to internally, the way to really find out what that like really intense toxic voice in your head is wanting to say is by listening and saying, okay, what do you want? What do you need? And the way to really find out, where that middle ground, that common ground is, that place of like the love that you guys share is in that listening. But I would almost let her know, like, I want to give that space to just listen and know. And I want to do it with the most non-anxious presence I can. And I'm ready for it now, or I'm not ready for it now. But that's my intention, is to create that space. And it might take me a little while. I might be ready for it tomorrow, but I want to create that space. You guys are on the same team. And my friend Stacy, she gives the best example of this. She goes, imagine that you're on a football team and somebody throws the ball and your teammate fumbles the ball. So they drop the ball. Do you stop and be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why did you drop the ball? Like, never. The clock's going. You're on the same team. You pick up the ball and you run, right? Like, and so, but we don't give ourselves that same grace. Like, we get it in our heads that we're on different teams. And like, if we just can come back to that centered place of like, we are on the same team here. And I don't think that the tendency is certainly like, I need all this time, I need all this space, I'm going to fix myself and then bring the best of myself to you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you're ready to see how This Naked Mind can help you on your personal health and wellness journey and want to learn more, go to thisnakedmindpodcast.com to learn what your next best step is. Again, that's thisnakedmindpodcast.com. We have all of our free resources, programs, social links, and more available for you there. Plus, if you have your own naked life story to share, you can submit it there as well. Until next week, stay curious.